All right, all right. Hello, everybody, and thanks again for being with us this week. We skipped a last week video. We got a little bit too busy, and which is a good thing, you know. We got to do what we got to do for our clients. And again, I'm
Yeah.
here with my good friend Andy Gagliano from Gagliano Mortgage. Hey, Andy, how you doing today?
Hey, Tony, I'm well. How about yourself?
Can't complain, my friend. Working hard, working hard,
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
trying to help our clients to achieve their real estate goals. You know.
Yeah. And, some days it's easier than others. Just,
Most definitely. There's certain days that I keep asking myself, what am I doing? Why am I a real estate agent? Why did I become a realtor?
yeah. There have been days when I've threatened to start sweeping streets to make a living because it'd be a lot easier and more lucrative than being in the mortgage business.
Yeah, I'm actually, believe it or not, now that we're talking about that, yesterday I received a call from a cleaning company. It seems to be, I really don't know how it works or anything, but somebody gave me my number. I don't know why or how. And they call me because they are looking for a bilingual supervisor, speak
Yeah.
Spanish and English, that has uh, driver license and all that. So it surprised me because I'm like, hey, dude, I'm a realtor. I'm in real estate. I'm not looking for a job or anything like that.
Yeah.
And it just, apparently uh, they saw me on LinkedIn or something like that. I forgot what he said. And he just, hey, keep our number. If you ever change, if business don't go the way you want it. So today I've been dealing with some stuff with real estate, and I'm like, I should call this number. I think I'm gonna give up real estate.
That's right. You can't do it. It's in your blood. If it's in your blood, you just are stuck.
And I took that leap of faith. What was 20 2018, 2018, that I decided to become a full-time realtor. I started here in Alabama as a part-timer. I was a supervisor in a warehouse. I was the night shift supervisor. But I always like real estate. I think real estate is fascinating thing to do. I like to, see people's faces
Yeah.
when they get their keys. Some people, I have a couple clients that they cry,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that they say to me, Tony, I never thought I was going to be able to buy a house. I always been told no. I always been given excuses why I shouldn't buy a house and blah blah blah. And we were able to finally do it. That I have a couple clients like that, and I remember that very well. In fact, in church, I saw them yesterday when I was in church, and I was so happy to see them. They have a new kid now, a newborn, 3 months.
Yeah,
I was very happy to see that. So it's very rewarding.
it is. It is.
You
That's
know what you're
great.
doing, and if you're really helping with your heart, people, it's really, really rewarding.
Yeah. Yeah.
And market update here in Jefferson County, in the Birmingham area and around. In the last 7 days, we got 62 new listings, 62
Wow.
new homes for sale in the last 7 days. Uh, the cheapest one, I hate to use that word, but the lowest price is $65,000. And the higher price is 1.2 million, which actually pending over there in Homewood, which a good area.
Yeah.
So we are having that. The median price is $280,000 here right now in Jefferson County in the last 7 days that we have 62 new properties for sale. And also on the last 7 days, 46 homes were sold in Jefferson County,
Okay.
being the highest sale price $900,000, $929,000. And this is also a home in Homewood, which, by the way, it was 72 days on the market before they closed, before they got a stay on the market for 72 days before they closed, and they reduced the price. The original price on that home was 929, and they reduced it to 900 and sold it to 900
Okay.
cash.
Yeah.
I don't see that much amount in it, and that was cash.
Yeah.
And the lowest sale price was a condo in the Birmingham area that it was 38 days on the market for $70,000.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of houses that have been sold in this last 7 days.
It is.
And the average days that they stay on the market is 51 days.
Yeah.
So we're talking inventory for 2 months, from put them on the market until closing. It got an average of 51 days.
Yeah.
So how do you compare that with your applications in the mortgage world? What do you see going on? What's going on in the mortgage?
Yeah. So I think it's worth adding to what you just said that, yeah, the average days on market may be 51, but 30 of those, typically that's how long we want to do a mortgage. So you're really talking about that house being available for sale for about 3 weeks before somebody puts it under contract, and then they start working through the mortgage process to get to a closing. So it's still that to me says that it's still a pretty hot market right now. And I do think, from what I'm at least seeing in the market, I do think there are more listings coming on, and the data you just gave, I believe, supports that, because their net listings were up 16 or so listings over that 7-day period. If you think, there were 60 something that were listed and 40 something that were sold, that's a net of, roughly 16 listings that came on the market. But what we're seeing with mortgages is a lot more interest in the real estate market this year. And, I think that it's a lot of it is just maybe an attitude change. I think some people are getting used to the fact that interest rates are in a 6 to 7% range right now. And I don't care what the talking heads say, and there are plenty of them out there talking.
Yeah.
The interest rates are going to be in a 5 to 8% range. That's a normal range for interest rates. If you look historically, that is a normal mortgage rate range, and that's a good range to be in. That's a healthy range for mortgage rates. Yes, we would all love for rates to be 3% again, but that's not a healthy thing for the real estate market, for interest rates to be in a 3% range for really any given period of time. So we're seeing a lot of activity, a lot of people wanting to get pre-approved. So we've pre-approved quite a few people over the past 3 weeks or so. And I don't anticipate that's going to slow down. I think my thought is that we're going to see what is a normal springtime real estate market. And that means there's going to be a lot of buyers out looking to purchase either their starter home or a move up home. And I think it's going to be a good spring for the Birmingham metropolitan area when it comes to real estate.
And let me tell you something. Let me give you another number right here, something that I just have. There are 38 coming soon homes in the next 7 days.
Wow.
In the Jefferson County, in the Birmingham area, 38 homes. So inventories coming up. I think
Yeah.
people finally realize that interest rates are not going to hit the 5%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the waiting time is over. The people that are smart and realize how this work, I think they're starting, applying for loans, and they want to get into a house in the spring. The spring market is going to be hot in Birmingham, and that's what I see in right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you. And I think, if you look back over the past couple of years, really the past 3 years, what has happened is a lot of people have said, well, first of all, life has gone on. Just because people have been locked into a 3% interest rate does not mean that they haven't been having babies. Doesn't mean that their babies haven't been graduating from high school and from college, and now they're quote unquote empty nesters. It doesn't mean that people haven't gotten married. It doesn't mean that people haven't died, unfortunately. Life has still been going on over the past 3 years, but yet people have sat tight and not done anything as far as selling their current residence and buying a new one. And so I think there's a lot of pent up demand right now. And, what we're going to see this spring, in my opinion, is people, again, have come to that realization, and they've gotten more comfortable with the thought of a 7% interest rate, or, mid 6s to 7% interest rate on a mortgage. And they know that if they buy a home with a rate in that range, that they can refinance if rates do drop down to 5s, over the next couple of years. So I think there's been a pretty good shift in just the mentality for people, for the public,
Yeah.
when it comes to real estate.
Yeah, finally they, realize that. And like you say, really the interest rate that we have right now is pretty much standard. Is the interest rate that we have pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I guess people got used to it. We all got used to it, but the thing has changed. And
Yeah.
COVID was 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years now.
5 years.
So we're going back to what it used to be normal.
That's right.
And then finally, like you say, people finally realizing that, wait a minute, we've been waiting too much. The prices of the houses, they really is not coming down. They're being steady, they're been going up a little bit. And, we have Fannie Mae saying that this year they're expecting the prices to go up 3.7%. And next year 1.4%. So the experts are saying that prices are going up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like to see that. I like the numbers. I think it's good. It's going to be good for the economy as well of the country. People finally realizing, and we're going to be able to put more people into their houses.
Yes. Yeah. Totally agree with you.
And that's the goal that we want to achieve. Well, Andy, that's what I got for today. Anything else that you want to add to it?
I don't think so. I think that's a good topic to discuss. And, I think it just further goes to drive the point home of what we've been saying over the past year of doing these videos, which is there's a 95% chance you're not going to benefit by waiting.
Exactly.
So today's the day.
Today is the day. That is correct. Andy, if people want to get in touch with you, apply for a loan, see what they can do to get a loan and approved for a mortgage, how can they reach you?
Yeah, so I can be reached in my office. The number is 205-979-4412. I'm at extension 1. How about you, Tony?
Well, after you guys talked with Andy and got everything sorted out, you just call me 205-370-3248, and I'll be more than happy to help you get into your dream home. Or probably not the dream home, but the first step to get into the dream home. So give us a call, whatever you need. And again, if you have questions, just write it down in the comments. We'll be more than happy to help you guys. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, Andy. Good to see you again, and I'll see you next week.
Sounds great. Good to see you too, Tony. Bye.
Take care.